Follow me on Twitter and on Library. Hello, and thank you for coming by to Apis Bull. I put out a tweet yesterday on October 20th, 10 o'clock. I said I think that in a couple days I will think Bitcoin will start trending down. And a couple hours later, it shot up like a rocket. Now, if you've been watching, now it hasn't been a couple days yet. Well, sort of, kind of, maybe. But I'm expecting more like around Saturday or Sunday, things will start coming back down. And the reason why I said that I think Bitcoin will start trending down, and then all of a sudden, a couple hours later, it starts shooting up, is because we are at the top of the cycle here. Money flow is at the top here. There's a changeover. I hate it when those things pop up. There's a change here. You see the blue. The blue is dipping below the red, so there's a change coming along. And if that can continue to go down below the 80 percentile line, because right now, if you look over here, we are at 84 and 88. So if it drops down below 80, then I think we are in for some downside. But then just take a look. We are at the top of the cycle. Money is all the way in. All the money that could possibly go in is already in, and now things are going to start turning around and going the opposite direction, which there is a considerable drop from one day to the next, even though that the second day of this upside has a bit of a green to it. About 15 minutes ago it was red, but it's green now. But let's go for the weekly chart. Weekly chart. Money flow is at a high, sort of, kind of, maybe. It's up there a little bit. And then we have our stochastics, kind of high, maybe, sort of, kind of, maybe. A little on the high side, So let's go over here to the monthly chart. It's high. Look at it. Look how high that is. It's high. And then this is sort of kind of high. So I think when we go to the daily chart, I do believe that by Saturday, Sunday, stretching it to Monday, then we'll start seeing it come back down. And I do believe that it will, because I think I said this already within the last couple of minutes, but when we get to the end of the cycle, which we are now, that's when you usually get your big moves. And what happened? We got a big move. At the end of the cycle, big move. When you're at the bottom of the cycle, what do you get? Big move. See that? See how that works? When you get to the end of the cycle, big move. You get to the end of the cycle, well, you got a big move here, and then it just went up for, what is that, a month? Went sideways for a month, and then it finally caught up and said it couldn't sustain that anymore, so it came down. So that's why I think Bitcoin in a few days will start coming down. And price-wise, I've said it before. I think it's going to come down to 8,000. Let's see if where's your 8,000? It's quite a distance at this point. That is quite a distance. So it's possible that it may not come down to the 8,000. It's probably going to come down to the 88, 9,000. Where this support is right here. There is that possibility. But I am waiting for. So what we have here is a flagpole. That is definitely a flagpole. Now we're waiting for the flag to form. We're going to find out which direction that flag is going to wave. Is it going to point upwards because if it does, if the flag starts going up slanted ways, that means it is a bearish pattern, and then it'll just collapse. But if it starts coming down this way, that is a bullish pattern, and then all of a sudden it'll just snap right back out, go upwards. So that's my thought on Bitcoin, and I believe it is definitely coming down just because we're over on the top side here. We just got way too much money coming in, you know. And I don't know if the elections have anything to do with it. So let's see. Be sure to put in the comments below what stocks or coins you want covered, or even commodities such as orange juice and pork bellies and oil and gold, silver, and all those kinds of things. Cotton, lumber. Let me know if you want anything. What's this? EOS. Look at this. EOS is rising up. That'll probably last for a few more days. Being that we are at a bottom on the weekly chart, that's very nice. I'm gonna have to get some EOS there. Dash. Let's take a look at Dash on the daily chart. Okay. All right, I'm gonna blow this up a little bit here. Okay, what we have here is a flagpole. And then we have our sort of kind of makeshift flag fluttering out in the wind. It looks like it's pointing slightly on the upside. And maybe we needed a couple more days to have that decision made. But if it's pointing up, what's going to happen? It's going to come slamming right back down. And we already know that it's likely to slam down anyway, because why? We're at the top of the cycle here. Let's go to weekly. Granted, it may come back down, and it may sit there for a while before coming back up. We are at a bottom on that story there on the weekly chart, and we're midway, sort of kind of midway on the monthly chart. I like Dash. I like its use. I like its purpose. I like its design. I like what they have intended to do, how it operates. It used to be like on the top 7 cryptos, but now it's like number 30. One of these days it's gonna do me good. Okay, let's what else we got? IOTA on a daily chart. How many people are out there in the IOTA? Looks like it's just trudging along, not doing a whole lot there. Let's see what we can find here on the weekly chart. Oh, we're near a bottom. I'd give it a couple more weeks to hit rock bottom. Yeah, 2 at the most. I would give 2 weeks more at the most. Rock bottom. What is this? Library. Link. Anybody out there for Link? Nearing the top, sort of, kind of, maybe. But on the weekly chart, it says it's sort of, kind of at the bottom. Interesting. Yeah, I'd probably wait till it gets around to like 875. 875. Is that a stock or no? That's a stock. Litecoin on Coinbase. Oh, flagpole, and then you got what could be the start even of a flag. It's a little on the high side to be a flag, so more than likely it's probably going to slam down because what? We're reaching the top, so that's probably got a few more days to go before it actually turns over. Like I said in several videos before, the farther that these two lines are away from each other, the blue and the red, when they're gapping out like that, when they're so far away. That means there is that increases the potential of it to continue in the direction that it is going. So Litecoin has the potential to keep going upwards because of this gap here. They're far apart. See, there's no gap here. They're touching each other, but now we got this big old gap. So we have the potential for a few more days of upside on Litecoin. And Nano looks like it's about to turn over. Why? You're at the top. All the money has came in. Now the money's starting to leave. People made their money. Now they're getting out. At least the smart people. And the weekly chart says that, okay, so the weekly chart says we're sort of kind of at the bottom. But on the daily chart, it's going to come back down probably right here at the 80-cent mark. And it'll probably rest for a while so that the stochastics can match up with each other on the weekly and the daily chart. See, it's kind of low. So that it can continue on its trajectory, which is more than likely upside. Let's see, Omisago. Oh, we got a changeover. Yeah, the money's coming out. I don't know how long that crossover is going to last. At least we're at a bottom there. On our Omisago. Populous. Is it still popular? I haven't seen it. I don't touch it ever. Populous. Money flows at the top. Well, what happened here? Got this big old spike. Flagpole. But your flag is completely at the bottom of the pole. That doesn't look good. What country would you want to go to if your flag was at the bottom of the pole? But at least we're at a bottom here on our weekly chart. How about silver? Anybody interested in silver? I think silver is near the top. It's almost got the same pattern as Bitcoin. It came out of the triangle downwards and it's moving up. So let's go up to Bitcoin and see if we get the same thing. Comes down out of the triangle and then it starts trending up. So let's see. Let's take a look at that again. And it's going to start trending up. How about that? Let's go to the weekly chart. Well, it's coming down. Money's coming out of silver. Stochastic's is coming down. So we got this flagpole on the weekly chart. See, this is your. It's not a flagpole on the daily chart, but this right here is the flagpole. So you got the flagpole, and then it goes up. So that tells me that it's a bearish pattern. It'll go up and then it'll come down. So we go to the monthly chart. Let's go to monthly chart. We are at a top. It's crossing over. So it's already changing direction. It's coming down. Money's coming out. On your monthly chart and on your weekly chart and on, not so much on the daily chart, but we are at a top-ish on the daily chart. We started going sideways, but it looks like we might be coming down on the money flow. So I'm still waiting for silver to hit $20. Still waiting for that silver to hit $20, and I'm hoping that the elections will surprise all the financiers in Wall Street, and then make people go crazy and just start bailing out on everything and smashing things down, smashing stocks, smashing silver. Let's go down to things that, let's see. Yeah, let's go to corn. Look at all the corn, the money. It was way back here when I bought into corn. And for every penny it goes up. So right here, corn is, you can't see it really. It's being hidden. It's $4.12 a bushel. And down here it was $3.07 a bushel. So 3 and 4. So let's say that's $1. So every penny that it goes up is $50 in your pocket. So what's 50 times 100? Yeah, easy. 50 times 100. $5,000. That's what you make if you bought it here, sold it here, and then it's at a top here. Money flows at a top. Things might be changing soon because we're at a top on our weekly chart. You're like, oh, that's a double whammy. We like our weeklies and dailies to be matched up. And then look at our monthly chart. So, what did I just say? When these are spread apart like that, the odds increase in your favor that it's going to continue to go in that direction. So I think it might go in that direction for another week or two. And as long as it doesn't drip, dip, drip, whatever you want to say it, below the 80 percentile line, it will continue to go upwards. But once that stochastic breaks the 80 percentile line and starts dipping down into this direction, down, then we can see the price of corn coming down. And what do we got? Soybeans. Soybeans, same thing. Soybean money's coming out. All right. Soybeans, I think soybeans has had it. I think they're about to come down in price. Soybeans. We're at the top here. I'm going to have to start watching that real close. I might want to put in a trade. So corn cost about $216 if you want to play the corn market. That's what you need to deposit into your trade. Soybeans, I think it's around $400 or something like that. I have to double check. And then we have wheat. Wheat is coming down, well, because we're switching over on our stochastics. Money flow is kind of weak. It's, sort of there, sort of kind of not. And we are at the top of the stochastics on a weekly, so at least we got the weekly and the daily matching up. So that's a good sign that it starts. Price of wheat will come down. We are on our monthly chart. We are nearing the top, and we are nearing the top. What do you get at the end of the cycle? A big move. So I think we're almost there. So, if you don't have a commodities account yet, recommend Ninja Trader, Canon Trading, Charles Schwab, Archer Daniel Midland for your brokers. If you're interested in the commodities, let's go back to Bitcoin, and then I'll hang it up for the evening. Still on the upside. I still say by Sunday, Monday, it'll start coming down. But we're going to have this flag first. We got to form this flag, 3 or 4 days worth of flag, and it's probably going to be pointing upwards, ascending. Every day it goes by, it just gets up a little higher and higher and higher, and then it just slams down. And so that's what I got. Be sure to follow me on Twitter. library. I put the links down below. Sign up for my newsletter. I put the link down below for my newsletter so you can see my trades. I'm not a very active trader. I don't trade every day or every week or every other couple of weeks, but my gains on my trades are pretty high on percentiles, so you don't really need to wear yourself out day trading or swing trading on every week or so. You get in. My style is that you get in, and a couple months later you're out. You don't have to, there's not a whole lot of worrying going along, but at least your gains are sizable in percentage wise. Some people just like to sit at that computer and just have the adrenaline going, but that was the old days. So thank you very much, and I will see you next time. So long.